Wanted to welcome everyone. We are gathered for a very sad but inspiring purpose to recall the life of an extraordinary man. Everyone here on this call knew Michael personally and knew him well. I first met Michael in September of 2011. I saw this man, a dark-haired man of slight stature, very energetic, with a very British accent that stood out while we were in Palo Alto at the Medicine X conference. He came up to me. I didn't realize then the courage it had taken as someone with a transplant to make that journey. He came up to me and said, "Denise, I'd like to speak at Doctors 2.0. I've never done anything like that." And he thought that I would give him his first chance, and he was right. He got me with hello. And that was the start of a beautiful friendship. We saw each other again in Paris. We saw each other again in Paris, again in Palo Alto, in London, in Dubai, in Orlando. Michael had an infinite heart. That kind of warmth that we had, he had with many, many people. First of all, there was always his family. We heard about his wife, his children, his family all the time. He was able to pull forward multiple activities at once, despite the fact that being a patient was already a full-time job. He had infinite optimism. Everything could be done, you just have to try. And no wonder, because Michael succeeded at everything he tried. He also had infinite worry. He worried about everyone around him. "Are you all right?" he would constantly ask, and he would recognize that he was worried. He had infinite logic. I believe he understood fully how things functioned. How does a blog attract readers? How does a conference succeed? He knew that patients experience things that only patients experience, and that ostomy bags were not created by patients. He knew that they could be so much better if they were re-engineered with the input of the end user. And so Michael jumped from blogs and social media to being a successful connected objects entrepreneur, creating a bag that helps patients, caregivers, professionals, and research. With all of this, Michael was such a beautiful person because he had infinite humility. His success never went to his head. He always cared about others more than himself. So what do we learn? That you can start with a challenging physical situation and build a beautiful and exemplary life. I see Michael as a surfer who rode every wave that came along, every wave of his disease, of all the consequences that the solutions brought, and he rode them beautifully until the last one.